The culturally rich Grand Canyon has always been the center of geological and archaeological attention. But what the same scientists discovered just now terrifies the whole world. What else is there to unearth in the Grand Canyon National Park? Why would a scientific discovery in a canyon affect the whole world? Sit back and join us as we unravel the recent discoveries in the canyon. In the heart of Arizona, the Grand Canyon stands as one of the most famous natural landmarks in the world and attracts millions of visitors each year. This beauty is carved by the Colorado River and stretches for approximately 277 miles. The Grand Canyon is so massive that it can make even the tallest skyscrapers feel like mere pebbles. The steep cliffs, deep rogues, and layered rock formations make it stand out from the other geological formations, and has always been a fascinating topic for geology enthusiasts for years. The exposed rock layers in the canyon reveal millions of years of geological history, providing scientists with valuable insights into the past of the Earth. So, where does their latest study point fingers at? Why is the whole world concerned about it? As you may already know, the canyon is divided into two main sections, the South Rim and the North Rim. The South Rim is the more popular side. It's easily accessible and offers spectacular viewpoints. Some of the most famous viewpoints along the South Rim include Mather Point, Yavapai Point, and the Desert View Watchtower. The South Side also has a number of visitor centers, lodgings, and various recreational activities. On the other hand, the North Rim is less crowded and more remote. It provides a quieter and more secluded experience to enjoy the creations in peace. The Bright Angel Point and Point Imperial are two of the scenic viewpoints on the north side. It's on the north side of the Grand Canyon that the famous scientists G.E. KINKAID and Professor Jordan discovered an unidentified civilization. Yes, this is old news, but bear with me because you don't want to miss this. KINKAID was an explorer who has more than 30 years of experience working as a scout for the Smithsonian Institution. He was on a journey in search of new pastures for mining gold and other valuable minerals when he came across a cavern, successfully hidden from view. Out of curiosity, KINKAID couldn't resist getting into the cave. The steps leading to it were carefully and beautifully carved out of limestones. But once inside, he couldn't believe his eyes. That small entrance led to a vast city-like structure carved out from the Grand Canyon, and never before seen pottery and artifacts as such were neatly kept on a man-made shelf. KINKAID rushed to examine them, and realizing how valuable his find was, he decided to call for help from the Smithsonian Institution. A researcher from the institution called Professor Jordan came to the sites, with a team of researchers, scientists, archaeological experts, and workers to dig deeper. Together, they venture to find the secrets hidden in the chambers of this unidentified civilization. The inside of the entrance was structured like a well-designed city, and even a citadel was present in it. What captured the eyes of all team members alike was the mummified remains in the citadel. They were all a minimum 9 feet in length, so it does say a lot about the people that live there. The citadel is believed to be a burial site for the fallen warriors of the tribe. Have you ever heard of mummification other than a relationship with the Egyptians? Me neither. How did this unidentified civilization at the Grand Canyon find this unique method of mummification? The cities in the canyon also had well-structured buildings made out of stone and other durable materials. With planned streets, pathways, and districts, it is claimed that the cities had a clear urban design. Also, it had channels and pipes that allowed for the controlled distribution of water throughout the city, supporting agriculture and providing a sustainable water supply. And there was a huge common hall, which also served as a temple. At the end of the wall, there was a statue, resembling a Buddhist statue, with lily in one hand and lotus in the other. Is the arrival of Buddhists at the Grand Canyon a possibility? Many other civilizations have lived in the Grand Canyon from the day of its formation. Thanks to the mighty flow of the Colorado River nearby, many civilizations have flourished on its banks. The Colorado River and the Grand Canyon have a deep and intertwined relationship. The river is responsible for carving out the majestic Grand Canyon over millions of years. The restless force of the river and its tributaries, combined with occasional flash floods, shaped the Grand Canyon into the breathtaking natural wonder it is now. The Colorado River also plays a vital role in sustaining the ecosystem within the Grand Canyon. It supports diverse plants and animal species, including humans. It's the lifeline of the environment. And many Native American tribes have flourished in its banks. Their people had a deep connection with the canyon and its surroundings. More than a mere habitation, these people have spiritual connections to the land. They considered the canyon sacred and significant to their traditions. The folklores, legends, and spiritual ceremonies of these tribes are always associated with the Grand Canyon. The Hopi people have major ancestral ties to the Grand Canyon. Their beliefs center around the concept of a creator and various deities. In Hopi culture, there is a sacred site called Sipapu. It's considered to be a portal or a spiritual doorway through which the Hopi people entered the current world. On the other hand, for the Havasupai people, it's believed that the canyon was created by the actions of gods and has served as their ancestral home. They believe in the presence of various supernatural beings and spirits that inhabit the natural features of the canyon. These beings are considered protectors and guides for the Havasupai people. All the native tribes have a rich cultural heritage and have left their mark on the area through archaeological sites, rock arts, and cave writings. But in 1909, none of the wall writings KINKAID came across resembled the known language of the native tribes. What he saw were hieroglyphs, mostly similar to Egyptian hieroglyphs. Also, if you've noticed, many areas and mountains of the canyon are named after Egyptian gods: Isis Temple, Horus Temple, Osiris Temple, Temple of Set. Do I need to go on? Thus, this unidentified civilization was considered to be the remnants of Egyptian civilization, but oftentimes this is a topic of heated debate because no facts are there to base this claim. Until now, the Egyptian civilization is famous for its burial methods, the mummies. Some years ago, in 1992, a famous forensic toxicologist called Svetlana Balabanova made a shocking discovery in the mummies. She and her team selected 7 mummies, 6 male and 1 female, dating between 1070 BC to 395 BC to do their research. And guess what they found? The researchers found traces of nicotine, cocaine, and hashish in the mummies. That was strange. These results obviously erupted in the scientific world. Where did the pharaohs of Egypt get tobacco and cocaine? At that time, the only soil which grew them was in America. And crossing a massive sea in order to hand over the nicotine and cocaine is really not plausible. How did they reach the hands of mummies? Does that mean that there was secret trade between America and Egypt? But in those days, Dr. Balabanova's claims were received with hate and suspicion. The mainstream scholars maintained a distance with her and remained skeptical of her findings. They didn't view this as trustworthy evidence of ancient contact between ancient Egyptian civilizations and the Native American civilizations. They were adamant about the theory that there was a possibility of contamination during the transportation or examination of the mummies. Hate, even in the form of death threats, was thrown in Dr. Balabanova's way, but she didn't let that get to her. She knew what she presented was right and stood her ground. That is when Rosalie David, the keeper of Egyptology at Manchester Museum, tasked herself to investigate these cocaine mummies. Just like us, Rosalie was also astounded to hear about cocaine mummies. So she got some samples from her own mummies. She acquired some tissue samples and hair samples from a number of mummies and got them tested. The results took a while. Her experiments ultimately led to a thrilling discovery. There is definitely a contact between ancient Peru and ancient Egypt. Whether we believe it or not, those ancient civilizations had contact with each other, and the world is buzzing around it. So, what does that mean to us? Was the history we were fed from childhood a complete lie? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.